How does a country smaller than Texas raise millions of pigs to craft the prosciutto and salami we drool over in American delis? Welcome to the heart of Italy's pig farming world, where tradition, grit, and innovation turn humble hogs into culinary gold. Let's uncover the stories of farmers, compare their work to America's pork industry, and ask, what does it take to feed our love for these iconic meats? In northern Italy's lush fields, about 200 miles north of Rome, pig farming is a way of life. Regions like Lombardy and Emilia-Romagna churn out 8 to 9 million pigs annually, each one destined for world-class products like prosciutto di Parma. Giovanni, a farmer in Parma, remembers his grandfather's tales of tending pigs by hand, feeding them whey from Parmesan cheese to create that signature prosciutto flavor. We'd walk the fields at dawn, he says, knowing each pig's quirks. Today, Giovanni's farm blends those memories with modern tools, raising pigs to 350 to 375 pounds over 9 months, far heavier and older than the 260 pounds. Six-month-old hogs, typical in American pork production, for bacon or ribs. Italy's focus on quality over speed sets it apart from America's high-volume farms, where efficiency drives the $23 billion zero-cents pork industry. Back in the 1980 Saduca Saint Blanche, Giovanni's Faz saw family farms dotting every hill. Now their numbers have shrunk, replaced by larger operations using automated feeders and strict health protocols. A disease called African swine fever has hit hard since 2022, disrupting exports to over 25 countries and threatening Italy's $22 billion cents pork sector. American farmers dodge this disease, but face their own hurdles. Think soaring feed costs and corporate mergers swallowing small farms. Both countries import to keep up. Italy covers only 62% of its pork needs, much like America relies on Canadian grain to feed its 73 million hogs yearly. Giovanni muses, "We're all fighting to keep our way of life." Animal welfare is another shared concern. In Italy, some farms have faced criticism for tight pens or practices like trimming tails without pain relief. Sophia, a young farmer, recalls her childhood unease watching piglets in cramped spaces. "It stuck with me," she says. Now she uses straw bedding and pushes for cage-free sows, aligning with new European rules. America's moving too. California's laws demand more space for pigs, but both nations hear consumers demanding humane treatment. Unlike America's mass-market pork, Italy's premium meats like salami rely on transparency, with tech tracking every pig from farm to plate. Hope, though, is alive. Sophia's brother Matteo dreams big. His farm runs on solar power and turns pig waste into biogas, cutting costs and helping the planet. Organic farms raising rare breeds like Sintacinese mirror America's growing love for heritage hogs like red wattle. Both countries see demand for no antibiotic pork, fueled by foodies craving real flavors. Matteo reflects, "My grandfather taught me to honor the land. Now we do it with tech." This mix of nostalgia and progress feels familiar to American farmers, preserving their roots amid change. So, when you bite into prosciutto at a New York bistro, think of Giovanni, Sophia, and Matteo, the farmers, behind the magic. Italy's pig farms, like America's, weave tradition with survival, crafting legacies one hog at a time. What's next? Can family farms endure in either country? Should we value ethics over price? Share your thoughts below. Tell us your favorite pork dish, from prosciutto to pulled pork, and how you think farmers can thrive. Let's spark a conversation about the food on our plates and the hens that bring it there. Hit subscribe for more stories, and check out a prosciutto recipe linked below to bring Italy home. Dairy farming in the U.S. has embraced automation to boost efficiency and milk production. In states like California, Wisconsin, and Idaho, large farms house up to 7,500 cows, each producing about 7.5 gallons of milk per day. Modern farms use automated milking systems, allowing 80 cows to be milked simultaneously in high-tech parlors. The process starts with cleaning the cow's teats using an iodine solution before attaching milking cups that replicate a calf's natural sucking motion. Each milking session lasts around 7 minutes, and the machines automatically detach when finished. These innovations have increased milk flow by 30%, ensuring higher efficiency before the fresh milk is transported to a processing factory for further refinement into dairy products. After milking, raw milk is extracted at 32 degC and rapidly cooled to 2 to 3 degC to maintain freshness and prevent bacterial growth. It is then stored in giant silos with a capacity of 2.8 million liters, ready for transportation. Specialized milk tankers, each holding 200 liters, collect the chilled milk and transport it to the processing factory. Before leaving the farm, each batch undergoes a quality check to ensure it meets safety standards, including tests for fat content, antibiotic residues, and bacterial levels. Upon arrival at the processing factory, the milk is rechecked and pumped into massive storage silos, where it remains at a controlled temperature until further processing begins, ensuring high-quality dairy production. The pasteurization process, a breakthrough pioneered by Louis Pasteur in 1862, revolutionized the dairy industry by making milk safe for consumption. In the processing factory, raw milk undergoes high-temperature, short-time (HTST) pasteurization to eliminate harmful bacteria. The process begins by heating the milk to 72 degC for 15.5 seconds, effectively killing 99% of bacteria. Immediately after, the milk is rapidly cooled to 3 degC to preserve its freshness and nutritional value. This crucial step prevents spoilage, extends shelf life, and ensures the milk meets strict health and safety standards before further processing. Without pasteurization, milk would spoil quickly and pose serious health risks, making this innovation essential for modern dairy production. In the processing factory, raw milk contains varying fat levels, requiring standardization before it can be transformed into condensed milk. This is achieved through centrifugation, where the milk is spun at an intense speed of 7,000 revolutions per minute, RPM. This process efficiently separates the milk into two components: skimmed milk with less than 0.1% fat and cream with approximately 20% fat. Reducing fat content is essential to ensure uniform consistency in condensed milk production, preventing unwanted variations in texture and flavor. By precisely controlling fat levels, manufacturers achieve a smooth, creamy product that meets strict quality standards, making condensed milk ideal for use in desserts, beverages, and baking. Transforming raw milk into condensed milk involves two key steps: sweetening and evaporation. In the processing factory, sugar is added not only for sweetness but also as a natural preservative, extending shelf life while enhancing flavor and texture. The sugar-to-milk ratio is carefully controlled to maintain product consistency. Next, the milk undergoes evaporation, where 60% of its water content is removed through a specialized low-pressure heating system to prevent nutrient loss. The process takes place in calandria towers, where heat and steam efficiently concentrate the milk without compromising its quality. Finally, the milk is homogenized, breaking down fat particles to create a smooth, uniform texture and preventing separation during storage, ensuring high-quality condensed milk for consumers. The final stage in a condensed milk processing factory involves sterilization, packaging, and rigorous quality control before distribution. Containers undergo autoclave treatment using high-pressure steam or UV sterilization to eliminate bacterial contamination. High-speed filling machines ensure precise quantities, and hermetic sealing extends shelf life to over a year without refrigeration. Experts from Arla Foods, UK, and Muller Milk stress the importance of sustainability in dairy processing, urging companies to balance efficiency with environmental concerns. Additionally, industry analysts highlight functional dairy trends and ingredient innovations shaping the future of milk production. As global demand for dairy evolves, processing factories must integrate climate-smart strategies to remain competitive while ensuring consumer trust in quality and safety.
Trending Farm's farming documentary begins with the process of transporting pigs to the plant. With careful planning, the animals are ensured to arrive safely and in the best possible condition. Pigs are typically transported in specialized trucks equipped with ventilation systems and non-slip floors to prevent injury. You can see in this farming documentary the operations that go into preparing for animal transport at advanced pork processing plants in Iowa and Minnesota. Pigs are scheduled from farm to plant between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. to ensure minimal stress during the cool morning hours. Advanced methods of transporting pigs include adjustable ram systems for easy loading and unloading, temperature-controlled trailers, and frequent water breaks during long trips. Meanwhile, transporters are reminded to keep noise levels low, drive carefully to avoid sudden stops, and monitor pigs closely for signs of stress. Minimizing animal distress is important for ethical and meat quality reasons. The pork processing process at a modern plant involves multiple stages, each designed to maximize efficiency while maintaining high safety and hygiene standards. Upon arrival, pigs are stunned using electricity or CO2 to ensure minimal stress before slaughter.
Komen allemaal van Nederlandse boeren af in heel Nederland. Dan gaat het door. Het is ook echt muisstil hier.
Pigs are cleaned of hair and other impurities using hot water at temperatures of around 60-65 degrees C or fire.
En de ham die gaat door naar een andere baan toe.
The internal organs of the pig are cleaned before moving on to the next stages. Cuts such as loins, thighs, shoulders, and bellies are separated by hand and automated machines. Advanced technology at some plants allows processing speeds of up to 600 pigs per hour, ensuring high productivity while maintaining product quality. Finally, the pork is vacuum packed to ensure that no impurities or bacteria can affect the quality of the meat before being shipped to consumers or customers. Want to learn more about the U.S. pork or processing industry? Leave a comment below this farming documentary to get feedback from Trending Farm. How is the transportation and processing of cows different from pigs? Can plants continue to process beef using the same machinery as pigs? Find out in the next installment of Trending Farm's farming documentary. We explore starting with the process of transporting cattle to the processing plant. Transport trucks, often equipped with non-slip floors and partitions, are inspected to ensure safety and hygiene standards. Each truck can carry 20 to 30 cows, depending on size, and has a ventilation system to maintain a comfortable temperature during transport. During loading, ramps with an incline of no more than 20 degrees are used to prevent injuries. The journey itself involves regular checks, and drivers are instructed to maintain a steady speed, avoiding sharp turns or sudden stops. Depending on the distance, cows are given water breaks every 4 to 6 hours. Upon arrival, the cattle are carefully unloaded over a 30 to 45 minute period, using calm handling techniques to minimize stress during the move. Overall, the transport of cattle is an important aspect of the livestock industry. It requires careful planning, compliance with regulations, and a commitment to animal welfare to ensure the safe and humane movement of these animals. Upon arrival at the processing plant, the cows are rested in a staging area before being processed. A worker guides them one by one into the plant along a fixed path. The cows are humanely processed using specialized tools or a modern cattle anesthetic box, reducing pain and trauma for both the animal and the handler. Next, the side walls of the box open and the carcass drops onto a receiving table, where it can then be easily moved around the workspace using metal straps, elevators, and rails. The semi-automatic skinning process using a pneumatic lift and skinner will be shown in the next few minutes. Click like on the farming documentary and don't leave the screen. During the beef processing, after being humanely treated, the cow carcass will move to the hair removal stage. Skilled workers use the world's #1 skinning tool for cattle to remove the skin perfectly instead of having to soak the cow carcass in hot water at 58 to 62 degrees Celsius for 5 to 7 minutes as before. The tool does not create cuts, marks, or holes. The cow's organs are removed and transferred to another processing area in the factory. We will provide footage of cattle organ processing in a more specialized farming documentary. Remember to watch the video at 2 fixed times on Trending Farm. Back at the beef processing plant in the United States, the cow carcass is washed to remove dirt and impurities, then transferred to cold storage before going to the semi-automatic sorting area of skilled workers in the factory. Horizontal and vertical lines for deboning and trimming beef halves or quarters for large, medium, and small capacity enterprises. The deboning and trimming lines can be equipped with specialized tools and hooks. The facility is equipped with deboning conveyors, deboning tables, trolleys, containers, tubs, hangers for various purposes, ensuring the separation and division of beef between areas is carried out evenly and most conveniently. On average, about 40 to 45% of the weight of a beef carcass is boneless meat. Next, the meat is divided into sections, often using advanced cutting machines to divide meat parts such as brisket, ribs, and shoulders into uniform sizes. This ensures uniformity, with the portioning speed being up to 60 per hour in modern facilities, preparing the meat for packaging and distribution. Have you noticed the difference between the cutting of pork and beef in the factory? Leave a comment below the farming documentary and let's discuss it.
The USDA expects 2018 will be a huge year for meat output.
We want to show you clear data charts illustrating how meat consumption in the U.S. has changed over time.
And annual growth and consumption. 2018 expected to be at
From 1,999 to 2020, the average per capita meat consumption was 252 pounds.
I pick up these guys right here. These are
From 1,999 to 2006, it remained stable at just over 250 pounds, but dropped to 235 pounds by 2014.
the sausages here, right?
Consumption rose again, reaching 264 pounds in 2020. There has also been a shift, with beef consumption surpassing chicken and pork in 1999, but this has changed in recent years. Both the UN and US government are encouraging reduced meat consumption and more plant-based diets for sustainability. Share your thoughts in our farming documentary, and don't forget to subscribe to Trending Farm for more insightful videos.
Asian carp, originally from East Asia, were introduced to the U.S. in the 1970s to control algae in aquaculture ponds. Since then, they have spread across 25 states, particularly in the Mississippi River Basin, Illinois River, and the Great Lakes region, with an estimated 50 million pounds of Asian carp harvested annually. These invasive fish now pose a significant threat to local ecosystems, outcompeting native species. However, processing factories are finding innovative ways to turn this challenge into an opportunity. Could this invasive fish become a valuable resource for both the environment and the economy? In the next section, we explore how the culinary industry is making use of Asian carp and what it means for the future. Catching, harvesting, and transporting Asian carp involves a coordinated process to meet growing demand. Each year, around 50 million pounds of Asian carp are captured using methods like gill nets, seines, and electric fishing, primarily in the Illinois and Mississippi rivers. Once caught, the fish are quickly transported in refrigerated trucks to processing factories, where up to 10 tons are delivered daily during peak seasons. Or local communities near the Great Lakes region appreciate the income generated from these operations, with many fishermen noting the economic benefits. However, concerns about the long-term environmental impact of the invasive species persist, as the fishing industry continues to balance profitability with sustainability in handling this growing challenge. In processing factories, preparing carp for smoking involves several meticulous steps to ensure quality and safety. After arriving, carp are unloaded and quickly inspected to meet USDA standards for freshness and size, with only fish weighing 3 to 5 pounds typically chosen for smoking. The fish are then gutted, scaled, and cleaned by skilled workers, often in batches of up to 1,000 fish per day. Next, they undergo a brining process that lasts 12 to 24 hours, allowing the fish to absorb flavor while maintaining moisture. Official reports indicate that the average yield from each carp is 60 to 70% after processing. Once brined, the fish are smoked for 6 to 12 hours in large industrial smokers, imparting a rich flavor that makes smoked carp a popular regional snack. In the processing factory, preparing the stove for smoking carp involves selecting the right wood and maintaining precise temperatures. Local workers typically use hardwoods like hickory, oak, and cherry, known for producing rich, aromatic smoke that enhances the fish's flavor. The wood is carefully dried and aged to ensure the best quality smoke. The factory stove is heated to a consistent 180 to 200 DGF, allowing the carp to smoke slowly and evenly. The final smoked carp product is highly regarded for its tender texture, smoky aroma, and balanced flavor, with local reviews praising its rich taste, making it a favorite regional snack. Smoked carp has gained significant popularity in localities around the Great Lakes and Mississippi River regions, where Asian carp is abundant. In fact, approximately 10 million pounds of smoked carp are produced annually in processing factories across these areas. Customers consistently praise the fish's firm texture and rich, smoky flavor, with many highlighting its unique taste compared to other smoked fish. Despite the invasive nature of Asian carp, the growing interest in smoked carp offers both a culinary solution and a new economic opportunity for these regions, with many seeing it as an eco-friendly alternative to traditional fish sources.